Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday Q&A to deliver you the highest quality possible. Today's live stream will be audio only, except for my lovely face. The good news is that Emmanuel is omnipresent, so he can still hear me and answer your questions. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in today. New Zealand, Dubai, Jordan, Trinidad, Canada, and all parts of the US, from Atlanta to Missouri to Hawaii, just to name a few. So nice to see you all. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to ask all your questions. Last we came together, we explored realization and completion in an energetic transmission with the Elohim. This week, we will continue to explore this topic with the guide Emmanuel. Emmanuel will give us the opportunity to ask questions of this celestial beings. We've created a two-part session to give you some time to receive the energetic transmission last week, integrate it, and allow for topic-based questions to emerge over the week. So we look forward to answering these questions for you today. For those who are new, I'll explain the process that a seal goes through to open the connection that we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. You may not see it right now because it's only audio, but the process for a seal to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but it's all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. So if you hear breath or anything like that, that's just him getting into state. Once the energy field is established, Emmanuel will come through to deliver a wisdom transmission. Then I will ask your questions. As the session ends, we will sit together in silence as the seal comes back into this state of awareness. For people who can support the work, it not only supports a seal, but it supports the whole production team. As an added bonus this December, any dollar amount that you give will be matched. So your generosity this month is amplified. Many of you supported the last session and have already supported this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to your support options in the chats. Enjoy the session. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Hello, everyone. Even though you cannot see me, I am here, still in the same place that we delivered the transmission last week from. Even though you cannot see me, the connection, maybe you can tune in even stronger, feel more. In these transmissions with Emmanuel, the connection is equally delivering an energy as well as wisdom and knowledge. So you may choose to listen to the energy, or listen to the words, or listen to both simultaneously. And if you're able to listen with both, the words have a bigger impact on you. They will land in much deeper parts of your being, in your subconscious, in your unconscious, on a soul level. And as we're learning from this way of transmission, we learn how to do these kind of transmission ourselves. Can we speak on a soul level? Can we listen on a soul level? This topic of realizations and completions, it's really timely, not just for the end of the year or for December or for this grand cycle. It's also understanding that every breath we take is a cycle, is a completion. Every lifetime, every day, and every night, everything in life is a cycle. Nothing is truly linear, but cyclical. Without going further into this topic, as myself, a seal, I will start opening up the channel, and you may hear me breathing or be in silence until the embodiment with Emmanuel happens. Thank you for joining. Thank you for opening up your hearts and your minds to receive this work. Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. You've witnessed the evolutionary stages of your life. You've remembered some of the milestones of your growth, of your upbringing, of your maturing. Significant moments in life are remembered. Key moments of your existence. They determine moments of realizations. moments of beauty, moments of intensity. These moments are stored to remind you of the full spectrum of life, the full potential of life, and the power of each moment. While every moment is remembered and stored, only a few moments carry this level of charge. Those moments are moments with the potential of the greatest realizations to be had. Return to some of the memories of your life, the ones that carry the strongest imagery, the strongest sensations, the strongest energy. Return to those feelings in that moment and allow yourself to witness from your own self's perspective as well as from an outside perspective, as well as from the perspective of those that were present in that moment. Experiment with holding all perspectives at the same time. Feel what it feels like to be those in relationship with you in that very moment. Feel what it feels like to be a witness from the outside. Feel what it feels like to witness an aspect of yourself, of the past. While the experience itself has completed, the realization has not. The realization requires a deeper sense of observation, a deeper presence to allow the realization to emerge. This practice will become very useful in its simplest way to create the realizations that are required to emerge. Remember, the past holds the keys for important realizations and for important completions, so that your level of presence here and now can improve, can expand, and establish entire new possibilities for the future. Incomplete realizations of the past will have an immediate and direct effect on the possibilities of the future. The experiences to be had will be influenced by the realizations not had yet. Therefore, the fabric of the past is intrinsically tied to the fabric of the future through this very present moment that you're in. Through you, that is the transforming and transmuting agent in the center of all realizations that could ever occur in a human lifetime. The flavor of your soul, the flavor of your choices for learning, the flavor of your choices for experiences, all brought to you into this very moment, allowing you to process the past and the future at the same time, allowing you to experience, allowing you to unfold greater pieces of your being. An expansion of your consciousness occurs with every realization completed. Greater realizations are offered, greater learnings are produced. The opening of your energy channels, the expansion of your energetic spiritual construct, the activation of your energy body is influenced by the degree of your realizations. Greater capacity for receiving, greater capacity for presence is the result of every realization that you reach for. Realizations emerge naturally. They cannot be forced. They cannot be thought through. They cannot be felt. A realization is a full embodiment, a deep understanding of your entire being, beyond your mind, your heart, and your body, yet encompassing all parts of you. A deeply intrinsic knowing that once established is felt, seen, embraced, and integrated in all parts of your being. If any part of your being has not embraced the realization yet, the realization itself is not complete, and it will return with a similar or the same learning until it is complete. And some realizations will be postponed until later moments in life, or in certain circumstances will be postponed to future lifetimes. Yet all human beings realize every moment carries the potential for realization, and life is full of these moments, rich, continuously providing for the greatest experience in human form. You are unique in your own ways, and yet you perceive others' situations with similarities to your experience. It allows you to relate to others, and it allows them to relate to you. The realizations may even be similar themselves. Yet one individual's realization cannot be applied to another person's experience or the realization to be had on their end. Therefore, no matter how similar the experiences are, no matter how relatable the other individual is, your realization is yours to carry. Only compassion will allow the other individual to be supported in achieving the completion of this realization. Deep level of presence that you bring will help others on their journey of self-realization. Collectively, humanity will experience greater realizations, societal realizations that are beyond the individual's capacity to receive and to experience. A group of individuals with greater capacities will be able to hold the great realizations to occur. And the impact of those realizations induced by these individuals will impact all of humanity and entire societies. This exercise of group realization can indeed be coordinated, can indeed be voluntarily executed. It is an opportunity for all of you to see the potential of your power, the groups, the communities, the society's power to transform human consciousness on a greater level through realizations incurred as a group. It will be as simple as finding a point of pain, a point of potential suffering, a point of misalignment, a point of your existence that requires a deep realization, and to collectively dedicate time, energy, and silence for that which is observed. Collective realization, collective evolution is within reach, and you can apply yourself to that transformation. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We have some questions about the upcoming Well, today's date, 12/12 and 12/21. So the questions are, can you explain to us the significance of the dates December 12th and December 21st and astrological events like the upcoming eclipse? And how do they impact our path towards self-realization?
This particular month carries great significance within this year as well as the coming years ahead. It is indeed a culmination of specific alignments of cosmological nature that will provide greater influx of energies, an increase of frequencies, an opening, an invitation for you to feel and to sense the intensity of the cosmos within your own home, this earth, as well as your own vessel. All of humanity is subjected to these changes and subjected to these openings, the powers of the universe to be present within you, within this plane, understanding the connection, the alignment that is provided to you to have this experience, understanding the powers that are accessible, available, and present in your life. The energy, the power experienced is pure and raw by itself. Your ability to receive, your ability to transmute and direct these energies makes the energy a creationary force or a destructive force. You become the transformer. You become the one that receives. You become the one that transmits with this particular flavor of your existence. Today marks the beginning of a 10-day cycle, a cycle that will build until the last of this 10 days. The intensity will increase over these 10 days, and it will culminate on the 10th day with the greatest opening of this year, the greatest opening of many decades. The opening itself carries the potential to receive, to transmit, to communicate, and to connect with higher planes of consciousness, to bring forth a deeply understanding power onto this plane. Non-material planes of existence are at a reach, close. the power and the energy palpable in your system, in your heart, in your mind, and in your body, and the energy between you and your relationships, and the energy between you and this earth, this physical form of yours, everything intensified. Remember to stay in your own system. Observe from a place of neutrality, from a place of compassion, knowing that this wave will pass through, and it is merely another opportunity for growth. It is important to consider drastic and challenging decisions. My recommendation is to let this wave pass before making any decisions, and to allow these energies to settle in your being as well as on this plane before understanding the full effect that we will have on you, on your life, as well as on humanity. Let the integration take place and continue to witness and observe. Continue to stay with an open heart and an open mind. Continue to do the things that you know to be healthy and in alignment for your being. The ways you take care of this physical form, of your mental body, as well as your heart, of your energetic spiritual construct. Remember to connect with the earth on a regular basis. These are my recommendations for you. For those that are acquainted with connections to higher planes, this is an important moment to seize the opening and receive in ways that you have not yet before. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Martin asks, thank you, Emmanuel, for sharing your wisdom. On the path to realization, I notice moments of progress as well as moments of falling back into old patterns. How should we balance going with the flow with exerting willpower to increasingly realize ourselves?
The journey to self realization will always require the fine balance between applying your willpower and surrendering. Willpower is required in order to navigate through this plane of existence. It is applied to provide for your next moments to unfold. Yet once willpower is applied, an aspect of surrender allows for the moment to fully open and to be fully received. Otherwise, it will be continuous application of willpower without receiving. You see? In this dance between the application of willpower and the application of surrender, you give your attention and your intention with your willpower, and you receive with your surrender. And this dance continues. At times, you will return to learnings to be had again and again. At times, you will feel that progress is slow or progress is declining, reversing, yet your realizations occur on multiple levels of your existence, even parts that are mentally not capable of fully understanding and comprehending the realization are being stimulated, and the mental interpretation and understanding of the realization itself is often construed by the realizations still to be had and flavored by the ways you perceive your reality. Therefore, the judgment of the slowing of the process or the reversing of the process is established by a mind that is not fully realized yet. Allow yourself to return into a neutral position of experience and observation. And remember, when judgments arise, return to surrender. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Sonia asks, Dear Emmanuel, how can we support the healing of the female energy, which has been suppressed and abused throughout the history on this planet? With gratitude and love.
The female energy, that is most often the dominant energy within the female gender, is equally represented in the male gender. The parts of you that you observe to be oppressed, mistreated, and misaligned are the parts of the feminine within the male gender that are oppressed and mistreated and misaligned. Equally, the parts that are mistreated and misaligned in the feminine are directly correlated to the parts of the masculine that are mistreated and misaligned. It is a collaborative effort of evolution. It is a collaborative aspect of growth. The feminine does not evolve without the masculine evolving, and the masculine does not evolve without the feminine evolving. It is different sides of the same coin. Finding balance within, understanding both energies to be present within you, the masculine and the feminine, learning to embrace all parts of your being, learning to embrace the light and the dark, the creative and the destructive within you, learning to understand the creative force and the destructive force of the masculine energies, the creative and the destructive force of the feminine energies, embracing the light and the dark within both, to create the divine union of both energies present. The journey itself is multifaceted. One particular focus will not allow other parts, other facets of this journey to evolve equally. The pain may be perceived in certain areas of the feminine stronger than in other areas. Yet, the pain and the misalignment is present in the masculine as well as in the feminine. They are directly correlated, directly balanced, and continuously supporting and destroying, continuously creating and moving the masculine and the feminine, merging to create the whole, the totality of both energies, from duality to non duality, expressed within you. Dual energies finding their match to find non duality in the human experience, alone or together. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Jeff asks, hello, Emmanuel. Can you explain how the quality of our alignment and presence impacts others? How does our presence and attention to others transmute and transform the challenges observed?
Your quality and level of presence allows for an opening, a field of possibilities, a field of energy to be present. A realizing soul requires that level of silence, that level of attention and potentiality for the realization to emerge with grace and with ease. Distractions, fluctuations, chaos at times will make the realization harder to emerge. As the silence of the mind, the silence of the heart is hard to achieve. Your presence can bring forth the level of peace and alignment required for another to find that silence within. And all you bring is your openness, your presence, your compassion, your love for the self realization journey, your love for the human experience, your love for yourself, your love for all of existence, into this very moment where there is truly nothing else to do than to be. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Jurgen asks, hi, Emmanuel. What happens during our sleep every night? Do we regularly connect to deeper spiritual realms for release and rejuvenation? If so, is there anything we can do to strengthen this connection?
The resting phases of the human form have a multitude of functions. First and foremost, regeneration, realignment of the physical form, resting of the emotional form, and resting of the mental body, processing of experiences of the day and of this life, processing of information beyond the ability to process in the moment. Resting phase of the human form provides for the functional necessities of the physical form. The consciousness aspect of your being is truly elevated in the resting phases of your physical form. An easier access to higher planes is granted, the frequencies of your mind altered to allow for your consciousness to reach other planes of existence. This experience, this practice can be initiated initially with an intention, the intention to reach higher planes of consciousness, the intention for communication, the intention to receive wisdom, to receive love, to receive the presence of higher planes of consciousness, to connect in deeper ways than you have before. At first, it is challenging for the conscious mind to bring back memories of these connections and communications. It may merely feel like a faint dream. Eventually, these dreams become more vivid, more clear, and deeper levels of understanding emerge. Even realizations start to occur in the resting phases of your life. Some individuals will specifically utilize their gifts in these resting phases. Their consciousness is capable and skilled to travel, to connect, to communicate, and to return safely. All of their gifts are provided and explored in these expanded states in resting phases. If you consider the practices of these gifts, we do recommend to utilize lying meditations as a form of this practice until the true sleep phases at night become accessible and the true opening for these gifts to emerge. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Annette asks, when I was younger, I experienced a state of consciousness where I became what I would describe as a conduit of consciousness. I chose after a short time to reverse back to my prior state of consciousness as it seemed necessary to do so to complete karmic situations. Can you comment on this experience? Has it happened to others? I thank you.
Many other individuals will have similar experiences. It is truly the expansion of the consciousness and to choosing and returning of the consciousness into the human form, continuing the human experience with this expanded and altered state of being. Your experience is unique in the way that it is meant for you. It is the initiation of your gifts, and many others will have similar experiences, at first unusual, at first potentially uncomfortable, unknown, yet eventually you will start to feel and understand that consciousness is beyond your current comprehension and full understanding. It is a great extension of your being. It encompasses much more than you can feel, see, yet it is capable of the greatest gifts humans are given. And these gifts are meant to emerge in these times of humanity's evolution. All of you will start to experience this emergence of the great gifts of your consciousness, and it will be for you and the collectives like yourselves to find the support, the assistance, the practices, and the continued evolution to take place, to allow these gifts to fully be integrated into your being and to be supported in their use and in their application in service to your evolution and to the evolution of humanity. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Joe asks, an individual close to me is considering a heart transplant. The heart is clearly very significant from an energetic spiritual perspective. Can you comment on the significance of a physical heart transplant and its consequent effects on an individual energetically and spiritually? Thank you.
All physical parts of the body have their own energetic bodies. Both the physical as well as the energetic bodies carry the energetic signature of the specific individual, the frequencies attained and held by this individual, even parts of their consciousness can be embedded and integrated in all parts of their physical form, including their physical heart. For this kind of connection and for this kind of exchange to occur, the individual's donor's consciousness continues to live in the one that receives. Life continues to live within another. It is through the true embrace of that person that the integration can occur. A deep level of gratitude and a deep level of understanding that another being is always going to be part of you going forward, allowing the integration to occur by asking for permission, even after the transplant, continuously allowing that piece of consciousness that is with you and to be part of your human experience. It has given you life, and it will continue to give, it will continue to receive from your experience in human form. And therefore, gratitude for this deep bond established with another human being, with this deep bond established with another consciousness. It is truly remarkable, the potential of continuing life with the support of the physical aspects of another human being. Embrace the potential, embrace the opportunity, and with the right intention, with the right approach, this bond established will be flawless. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Lynn asks, "Hi, Emmanuel. How can I connect more concretely with my spiritual guides? I have felt their protections at times, but I long for a more tangible connection with them."
Allow yourself to dedicate conscious time during your days for silence, for intentional connection, for intentional reception and transmission, receiving of their attention, their protection, their guidance, their communication, and their love for you. Transmission of your opening, of your presence, of your intentions for yourself and for others. Allowing this communication pathway to develop continuously and on a daily basis, you will start to feel and sense more than you have before. Your sensitivity will increase. Your ability to listen, your ability to receive, to understand, and integrate will increase. Your capacity will increase with every moment that you dedicate for this practice. You will receive the benefits of deeper connections with non-material forms as well as higher planes of consciousness. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Rosa asks, "How can we bring joy into our lives?"
Joy is the natural byproduct of great alignment within. Therefore, alignment within will provide the greatest joys possible in human form. Understanding in which ways your body, your heart, your mind, your energetic body is not aligned. Applying moments of presence and silence to observing the misalignments, to observing the opportunities for alignment, and to allowing yourself to find greater alignment within you. All of these practices, all of these moments of observation will indeed bring you to greater alignment And greater alignment will bring you to greater joy. Life in human form is complex by its creation, yet does not require to be complex in the moments of being present. The simpler your presence is, the more joy and alignment you will find. Complexities of the mind, complexities of emotions, the complexities of navigating this physical form will allow for presence to be dispersed. And in great moments of silence, all parts of you will focus. All parts of you will recognize the other parts. And just the way you have been established in your template of existence, they will find the alignment within almost by itself. And joy will emerge as a result of this alignment. A deep sense of fulfillment, a deep sense of presence, a deep sense of all aspects of who you are, and your peace with all aspects of your being. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience with our technology.
Thank you for listening to my words. You are all on this journey together. Remember to be kind. Remember to embrace, even if the challenges bring you to your limits. You will find an entire new universe that is beyond your limits. Thank you for receiving this work. Thank you all for coming and joining today on this special day of 12/12/2020. As Emmanuel said, we have a lot of special days apparently, and it seems like the next 10 days are going to be intense for all of us. So, sending you much love and many blessings. I hope to see some of you 12/21. We have a special day with many sessions. So, look forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining.
Welcome back, everyone. I want to thank you again for your patience and all of the questions that you asked. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey, there's a few ways to do it. We're designing a home for all of Ascension One Collective's online community in Mighty Networks, which you will all be officially invited to later this month. Those of you who are enrolled in the courses are already a part of this community, so you can expect a rich enhancement in your existing community experience. We have social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow and share. If you're new and you're watching on YouTube, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. You can invite family, friends, and community to these bi-monthly sessions. The team is posting this next month's transmission schedule in the chat. You can join our weekly Monday integration calls. And as Asil mentioned, to mark the astrological alignment on December 21st, we'll be hosting a special day-long workshop with our friends at Ascension Pathway. It will feature live channeling and energetic alignments by both Asil and our friend George. The link to registration is being placed in the chat right now. We are continuing our advanced practitioner courses. For those who have not yet experienced the first base camp, it begins January 5th. In base camp, Emmanuel is our admissions director, and when you pre-enroll, your name is submitted to Emmanuel for consideration. Pre-enrollment is available on our website, and if you're in Crowdcast, there's a direct link to pre-enrollment. For those who have enrolled, we'll share your names with Emmanuel in the next few days. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. This month, any dollar amount that you will give will be matched by one of our generous donors. If you find this work of value, please consider supporting us by keeping this work accessible. There's links to the options for giving in the chats. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your questions, your presence, and your time. We at Ascension One Collective wish you and yours a very happy holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you on 12/21.